Welcome. This is a video about one of the test groups from the Billiards Skills Competition Training Program. Each test is a set of table layouts with a scoring system that helps track your current and future abilities. This is the cue ball shape test group, set 1, for advanced players. There are 6 layouts in this test.
The book is a series of standardized tests to verify your playing abilities. These tests help identify your strong and weak playing skills. There are tests for pocketing, cue ball control, runouts, positioning, and more. For the ball positions, you need these donuts. Put one for each ball position in the table layout. You can then set up the exact same situation every time. As a set of practice problems, work on these shots until they become routine. Each set of tests will improve your competitive skills.
Here are the rules to take this test. Rule 1. Set up the donuts for the cue ball and object ball. Rule 2. For each layout, place markers to specify the target zone. Rule 3. Shoot each layout 5 times. Rule 4. Score 1 point for each time the cue ball comes to a stop in the target zone. Please note: no point if the object ball does not go into the pocket. This is the cue ball shape test, set 1, layout 1, for advanced players. This is the first test of the 6 layouts, and the easiest. Simply pocket the object ball and let natural roll run the cue ball cross-side, and into the target zone. Or, let the ball bounce off the left long rail to get there. Please note: there is the danger of scratching when the cue ball comes cross-side. Take some practice shots to intentionally scratch, so you know how to avoid the problem. As long as the balls are set up, do a variety of speeds and spins to improve your ability to predict what the cue ball does. Count your points after you complete the 5 shots for this layout. This is the cue ball shape test, set 1, layout 2, for advanced players. This is the second test of the 6 layouts. If you can play the cue ball with the gentlest of speeds, the ball should stay within the target zone. This level of precision can be critical in many competitive shooting situations. Please note: also try to go cross-side and back into the target zone. This will require some finesse, both in speed and spin, to keep the path back and forth at 90 degrees. As with all opportunities to practice these setups, experiment with a variety of different speeds and spins. It is always good to know what happens. Count your points after you complete the 5 shots for this layout. This is the cue ball shape test, set 1, layout 3, for advanced players. This is the third test of the 6 layouts. Here it looks like a simple cue ball reverse spin into the rail will float the ball cross-side into the target zone. Of course, only repetition will provide the confidence to do this in a match. So practice this until it is natural. Please note: generally, the softest possible speed and spin on the cue ball is the best choice. But it is also good to know what you can do at higher speeds. There may be a situation where you need to go cross-side 3 times. Even failures can help improve your skills. The knowledge of what happens with a certain speed and spin is always helpful. Count your points after you complete the 5 shots for this layout. This is the cue ball shape test, set 1, layout 4, for advanced players. This is the 4th test of the 6 layouts. To get the cue ball to move towards the target zone, you will need to bring the cue ball up table. Try this with a zigzag, reverse spin. You can also try extreme running English. This can send the cue ball into the lower left corner, 2 rails and diagonally back up table. Please note: for fun, after you master this shot, throw it out as a challenge to your friends. It can be interesting to see if their experimentation and testing matches your own learning curve. Count your points after you complete the 5 shots for this layout. This is the cue ball shape test, set 1, layout 5, for advanced players. This is the 5th test of the 6 layouts. To get the cue ball into this target zone, you will probably have to bring the ball cross-side and then back. And keep in mind, if you miss the shot and get the cue ball into the target zone, the shot is unsuccessful, no points. Please note, work with this, using several different speeds and spins. There is the possibility that a running English into the long rail can send the cue ball cross-side into and out of the corner and back up table. Know what happens. Even if a shot fails to get into the target zone, the knowledge of what actually does happen will help in competitions. Count your points after you complete the 5 shots for this layout. This is the cue ball shape test, set 1, layout 6, for advanced players. This is the 6th test of the 6 layouts. On this shot, after the object ball is down, you have to get the cue ball back up table into the target zone on the left side. A significant amount of speed and spin will be needed. Please note, there are several ways to accomplish this. Try low right side spins on the cue ball. You will need a very precise draw shot to get the cue ball up table. Do some experimentation. At the very least, you can be aware of the results. The knowledge will be helpful when a similar setup occurs during a match. Count your points after you complete the 5 shots for this layout. Scoring your test. Add up your points. Here is how to evaluate your totaled test results. For 24 to 30 points. This is outstanding. You are a serious and tough competitor. In the book, work with other advanced test groups. For 18 to 23 points. You have good skills. You do need to put some practice time to improve your cue ball maneuvering. Then retake the test and see the improvements. For less than 18 points, you should set up the intermediate level tests, and practice getting the cue ball into the larger target zones. When you score high on the intermediate level, come back to the advanced level, and test yourself.
All the tests from the book have 4 purposes. Measure your skills. These tests identify your current playing skills with actual results. You get a realistic opportunity to measure the reality of your actual shooting skills. Self-knowledge. The tests strip away fuzzy personal assumptions. This helps you make more intelligent table decisions. Personal training program. Individual test shots with low scores indicate what areas you need to improve. Repeated self-testing demonstrates the success of your practice results. Competitive skills comparison. You can use tests from the book to challenge other players. Make side bets to see who is the better shooter. Winner takes the pot. You can buy the PDF book on the Billiard Gods website. If you prefer the printed version, you can get the book on Amazon. Please note, the PDF format can be viewed on your smartphone, tablet, and computer. You can study the shots anytime, anywhere. The author has also written these books. The Billiard Gods blog has posts that include excerpts from each of these books. Good luck. Have fun, and shoot straight.